This is Boxing Tickets NI in association with that prize guy. We're here at the launch press conference for Crocker Donovan 2. Delighted to be joined with Jamie Conlan. Jamie, busy week for you as well as a busy week for me. 2 shows in Belfast. But what better way to start it out this week with a launch press conference for what's going to be a historic fight on the 13th September?
Yeah, and the crowd here today shows the appetite for boxing in Belfast is booming. And also shows the appetite for this fight. It really has gripped the nation. The biggest fight ever probably in the history of Irish boxing. It's a massive occasion for Irish boxing. 2 fighters from the island of Ireland squaring off for the world welterweight title in a rematch with huge controversy. Couldn't ask for any better to bring it to Windsor Park.
It's one of them that no matter how the fight goes in the night, everybody's always going to remember this fight for the fact that it was the first all-Irish world title fight. People's talked about these potential fights up for the last few years. They think that 2 guys that have fought controversially, obviously in the first fight, even bigger fights second time around are fighting for a world title. It's mental just when you think on it.
It's alright, but it's also a testament to the fighters. They're 2 world-class fighters from the island of Ireland, and they're getting to duke it out for the world title. Both been hotly tipped throughout the years. Andy was staying there about 2019. He knew Paddy was going to be world champion. I think when Lewis turned pro, everyone thought world champion nailed on. It's amazing that they're going to square off against each other. It's unfortunate in one instance because we only get 1 world champion at this moment in time, where we're hoping to get 2. But it's also amazing. It's amazing because it shows the strength and depth that we have here in the country.
I was going to say there, the IBO title, obviously people nearly sort of recognise as being an Irish sort of belt. It seems to be the IBF's even more so. Obviously the amount of IBF World Championships we've had over the years. The good thing about this is in less than 7 weeks we're going to have another IBF World Champion, unless it ends a draw or whatever else. But it seems to be the IBF's the one that Irish fighters seem to favour.
I think you just scuttled it there, Morty, with the draw shout. But IBF has been good to the Irish boxers, yeah, definitely. I fought for one. One of my brothers has fought for one. It's a good belt here in Belfast. Catchy being champion, Carl, fantastic. So a lot of opportunities with the IBF here, yeah.
Did you think, I guess in the aftermath in the first fight, I guess there was sort of already talk, Carl had maybe sort of spoken fight week, the AFA were looking for someone else to come to Windsor Park. Did you ever think at that stage, after the first fight, that we'd get the rematch in Windsor?
My first conversation with Windsor Park, no, definitely did not. Carl had mentioned it to me about speaking to them, and then spoke with them, and we were kind of thinking, yeah, let's play along. IBF title starts to look like it's going to become vacant, then it's not, then it is. We're weighing up the situations. Boots wins his defence against Owens, thinking, right, he's going to move up. Things start to fall into place at the perfect time, but the easiest thing to do was the fight. Both lads wanted to fight immediately. As Lewis said, Monday morning, rung straight away, saying, I said about all X, Y and Z options, and he said, no, let's do the rematch. Immediately do the rematch. If you can get it for the world title, unbelievable, but hopefully just let's do the rematch. I just want to right the wrongs. I'd say Paddy was the exact same Monday, Tuesday morning, just saying, just get me it back. So both have that between them. To build at the Windsor Park was a big ask, but I think after seeing how well done the first time, but then how well it was received in the weeks after, it was still on the tip of the lips of everyone in boxing, in Belfast as well. So it did have the appetite for it. I think initial sales has done unbelievable already trumped what's their potential to do in the Odyssey. So we are looking like it's the right move to go to Windsor Park.
Lewis, obviously, I interviewed him there, and obviously saying that he believes he's a big underdog in the fight. Can that play a lot into his hands? You and I both know, and probably anybody knows, that wasn't the Lewis Crocker that everybody's seen and everybody spoke about for years. Can this underdog mentality help him big in this fight? Takes the pressure off. I guess there's still the pressure of fighting for a world title. It's the boy demand sort of dreams. Is it going to help Lewis a lot with being the underdog?
1,000,000%. Gives him something to focus on, gives him something to prove people wrong, and that's what he wants to do. This is like a redemption story for Lewis. He's had doubters now for the first time probably in his career. And as he's saying, coming into the fight as an underdog for the first time in his career, he wants that. He needs that bit between his teeth. It's the extra motivation when he's texting you saying, I'm running, and it's like midnight. and you just go on. He's done his third session that day. He's putting in that wee extra bit. He's been in camp for the last 4, 5, 6 weeks. So we're nearly in camp already for 2 months, just getting ready, getting in shape, working on the mistakes that he made in the first fight, and just focusing on the one guy, and that's Paddy Donovan.
Obviously, there's some of the undercard that's being announced. Obviously, Keary agyarko and obviously Ishmael Davis, Tyrone McKenna and moran. Like that seemed to be a sort of like an instant sort of decision. I think it was being rumoured for November, and it's being brought forward. It seems as like it's going to be a retirement sort of fight for both fighters. Like their last fight in Waterford was a 2-round war. What can we expect of them two this time around again?
A 2-round war. Same thing as last time, I think. I think both lads have the same objective. Go out and just cause as much chaos as possible. Tyrone wanted something big for his finish. He didn't want to finish on the Harlem Eubank thing. He wanted to finish on something big. And it was actually Tyrone kind of... Like, Dylan Moran and Neil Parr had been asking for weeks upon weeks. Since the fight was done, we want to do the rematch. And Tyrone said to me, I want to do the rematch. So we were looking at it for November, potentially something in October, but definitely for November, first week in November. Spoke to Tom Dallas. I think they were looking at one of us to fight Walker. I said, we're going to fight each other. Pitched it to Hearn. Eddie liked the fight. So here we are.
It's one of them, isn't it? Sometimes the occasion sort of people like Tyrone and Dylan probably were like, how much is the purse sort of for the fight? They were just like, just get us on the Windsor Park card. We don't care if it's 6 rounds. We don't care if it's 26 rounds. Just get us to fight.
None of them asked for the purse. It's insane. None of them said how much. They just said yes, and then we worked it out after. But insane.
I believe there's about 200 fighters that put their names forward for this card. Like, it's crazy to think it. Everybody sort of wants a piece. There's probably you're maybe even thinking of coming out of retirement yourself to fight in the card.
I don't think they could afford me.
It's probably the same as Carl there. I was going to get a word with Carl and say, is he like the Carl Froch moment now? Remember when I fought in front of 80,000 at Wembley, Frampton saying I done it first?
Yeah, no, definitely. No, but again, I think he's a lot different to Carl Froch because he was the one who wanted this to happen more than anyone at the start. He was the one that was speaking to Graham Fitzgerald and stuff to get the contacts up and running. So once all the communication lines started to work, Carl kind of was one pushing, and like you would ask him advice on different things and how much everyone wanted it. It was good.
Any other your fighters you're looking at on the card? I know some of them, there's only like about half or so of the cards been announced so far. Is there any you can sort of drip out there that are going to be featured on the card?
Well, we're hopeful they announce donagh today, and I'm just waiting on that. And maybe Rhys Owens, and we've just done Matty Boreland, Rudy Farrell for the Irish title. It's got approved by the BUI, so we're hoping that can go out either today or tomorrow. Just waiting on matchroom to give a green light for it to go out. Another massive fight for the future of Belfast boxing and the progression of it. It's a great fight that kind of keeps the wheels moving on the smaller scene, but also on the undercard scene, building fights and building fighters.
It's sort of remarkable when you look at Rudy Farrell's sort of record. I think he won a couple of years of being first announced as a pro without getting a fight. He's now getting these opportunities, so it sort of shows that he's been rewarded for taking the Colin Murphy fight, for taking the Jared Hughes fight. They obviously have this massive fight now with Matty Boreland for an Irish title. Like, it shows that you don't have to have this big amateur career. If you put the hard work and you dedicate yourself and you say yes to fights, these opportunities come. 1,000,000%.
And he deserves everything he's getting because he's took the risks. Maybe he shouldn't have fought Murph at that stage of his career. And then the Jared Hughes fights, he was unlucky the first time. I thought he won pretty clearly, and then he won even clearer the second time. So he's took the opportunities, he took the risks, and he's moved forward really well. So he deserves everything he's getting.
And finally, obviously, just then on your show, obviously with Paddy this weekend, obviously as part of the Fela 6-fight card, the new kids on the block. It's got that sort of feel to it, hasn't it? Like even the poster sort of looks like they're like a boy band.
It does, all right. We named it Fresh Blood because it is a lot of the new kids coming in. Jack O'Neill, who I think is building really nicely here in Belfast boxing, is headlining, but all the boys on the card kind of getting out there and getting showcased. 2 debutants on the card. It's a real interesting night. 6 fights, short and sweet, but it's done near 1,000 tickets, which is fantastic.
There's not very many tickets left, I believe, is there?
No, very little, very very little. It's I think it's 950 or something at the minute. So it's a brilliant testament to all the boys on the card, really pushing it, really getting out there. Summertime, people on holidays, and these guys are still putting the hard yards in and shifting tickets.
Just finally, obviously, want to get one more. Obviously, since we last spoke, obviously, Pierce Oleary obviously become European champion. Obviously, it was looking like he was potentially fighting in the 3 arena, and obviously, I guess that was sort of put to one side. His missus had another child. What's going on with Pierce at the moment? I think there's PCA Promotions won the purse bid. Will Pierce defend the belt in Bilbao? What's going on with Pierce at the moment?
We got to speak to Queensberry before we make the decision next. We're still discussing a few different options there, and we're hoping we need Pierce back in Dublin. That's my aim is to bring Pierce O'Leary back to Dublin, whether it be the 3 arena or the National Stadium. That's what I want to do for Pierce. I think it's just right. He's massive, absolutely massive in Dublin. I went for lunch with him, and the amount of people stopping him, and the only thing they ask him is when you're fighting in Dublin. We were looking at August 2nd, which he wasn't really interested in because he was going to have a baby, and he wanted to enjoy the first few weeks with his newborn. And once kind of that fell through after Sam Noakes took the big Saudi fight, then we've been waiting. We're just waiting. Once we get the decision what's happening next, we'll be ready to go.
Is there potential that, I guess, it was previously agreed that him and Sean were going to fight one of the Riyadh cards, and then Boxer took the slot? Is there potential like Pierce's next fight could end up in on a Riyadh card somewhere like that, or is the primary focus now on Dublin?
He's accepted 3 Riyadh fights at this moment in time. So Pierce will nearly fight anybody. He's always up for the big fights. I think he was offered 2 massive names, and then obviously Sean was one of them as well. 2 massive names. He jumped that straight away. Like ready and willing to go with anyone. Pierce O'Leary's aim isn't just to be European champion, it's to be world champion. So our aim is to make Pierce O'Leary world champion, and that's what the decision we make will be the right ones for pushing for that.
Could it even be a situation where Pierce might not fight in Dublin before he fights for a world title? Like, could it be that close? Because he is that close to fighting for a world title. Like, his homecoming fight in Dublin could be fighting for a world title.
Potentially. Still a lot of things to be behind, but we need to speak with Queensberry this week to get some kind of direction from that end.
Well, look, thanks very much as always for your time, and we'll see you in a few days for obviously your show on the Devonish on Saturday night.
Good man, Maury, thanks for coming.
Cheers, Jamie, thank you.